Hi everybody. So the project that I'm working on is something which is really quite different, quite revolutionary really. The problem with paddleboarding is that it's one of two things. One is that either the boards are really big, which makes them difficult to store, difficult to transport. If you live in a city, if you live in a skyrise or a condo or something like that, you've got nowhere to put them. In Europe particularly, people don't have large cars, but even in the US, where people don't have large vehicles that don't necessarily have somewhere to transport or a way to transport the boards, it's a big problem. The other thing, of course, is that the shipping of these boards is very expensive to the stores, which increases the retail price for everybody. The manufacturing process of making a full-size board also is very difficult and very expensive. So what we've developed here is a system that the board separates into multiple sections so that it can be stacked up like you would basically in the back of your car, something like that. So it has about the same size as an inflatable board. Now the problem with inflatable boards is that once they're pumped up, they don't really have a lot of performance. They tend to flex a lot, and therefore you lose performance while using the board. It's also a pain in the ass to pump them up. I mean, you got to pump these things up to 15 or 20 psi. That gets old really quickly. So with this new system of board that we're trying to develop here, what it allows us to do is to have a board which breaks down into about 3 sections, and the center section you can actually double up. So you can start off with, for example, a 9-foot board that you can then break down into 3 pieces, goes in the back of your car, goes into your closet in your condo, anything like that. Easy to ship because it's a small size. You can ship it with FedEx or USPS, just a post office or something like that. But also, let's say you then decide that you want to go tandem paddling with your children or with the dog or something like that, and you can actually get a second piece for the center of the board, put that in, and it allows you to lengthen the board. So you can go from a 9-foot board to a 12-foot board, which makes it a fast paddling board, makes it great for paddling down the coast or paddling around the harbor, better for doing yoga and things like that. But then if the kids want to take it out, you take the center section out, and now you just have the 3-piece board that's much smaller, it's lighter, it's easier to carry. It's very, very versatile, and it allows people to buy into what they want to have. So if you want just a 3-piece board, it costs you X number of dollars. You can then buy the 4th piece if you want that. So it's a very unique project. I've been working on this idea now for the better part of about 5 years. I started making some basic surfboards this way for travel, which is also where this comes in. If you want to travel with your board on airlines and things like that, the airlines charge you $400–500 sometimes to take a paddleboard on a plane. Now you can fly with it just in a regular bag, which makes life a lot easier as well. So I worked on this on the surfboards. It worked very, very well. The problem was that the manufacturing process was too complicated, it was too long, it was too expensive, and we simplified this dramatically now. And the only problem with this new process that we have is that the tooling to produce this is very expensive. It's about $40,000 just in the tooling, the molds, in order to be able to make this part. And that's where we are now. We've done all the prototyping. The idea works. We can really make a go of this. We just need some help from you to get this going so that we can take this idea, which is a great idea, the prototypes work, and make it a fact and make it a reality so everybody can have one. Thanks for your help. Thanks for watching the video.